Warning! The following content may contain elements that are not suitable for some audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Geoguessr. We're doing a diverse world today. It's a map by mapper, yellow divider line, but with weird fucking bollards. Probably United States, but I'm not good with bollards. I can't. It could also be Norway. Map by mapper, and we are in the middle of bumblefuck nowhere. It's probably Norway. It's probably Norway. Which makes sense. Yellow divider line, right-hand side, feels kind of Nordic. Now, I am an idiot. I forgot to do a pro league yesterday. I think it was a diverse world. No, the World League? I think it was the World League. The World League 2020. I just forgot to fucking do it. Which sucks. Now, we do have Varkas. That sounds pretty familiar. The yellow divider line could also be in Finland, which I think is where Varkas actually is. But that could also put us like way far north. And hopefully we're able to figure it out in time. Although I don't have high hopes. We are looking for white 464, which should be kind of north. If we could find it anywhere. Here's 65. Let's try something. Yellow, red, where are the whites? Not those. You know what I'm talking about. Because if we could find the white roads. Kind of like the right roads. Oh god. Now I can't say it. We're gonna be fine. We just need to find it. It's somewhere. Somehow. In the middle of nowhere. Here are the 3s, 6s. So 4s are over here. Here's the 5s. But we're not seeing 3-digit 4s, you know? We're only seeing the 2-digit 4s, which are here. We moved it. Varkhouse. 49. If we zoom in more, do they split up? Here are the 3-digit 5s. 3-digit 5s. But I'm not seeing any 3-digit 4s, which is a shame. Here's more 3-digit 5s. Here's a 468. We're looking for 464, 465. That's really close. 466 and 7. 460. So it's literally somewhere between here and here. Actually, that's 455. 461, 464. We found 464. Can we find Varkhouse? No. But we can follow 464, and it's not this 464. It does end up being Finland. Here's Varkhouse, and here is 464. Well, shit. We could have even seen it from a distance. We're stupid. I'm yellow divider line. I'll always guess Norway. I know they're starting to do it in Finland, but I think I'm just so used to guessing Norway that whenever I see it, that's the only thing that will come up into my mind. We have R38, R541, and R38 again. We do have some names. They are in what I think is Afrikaans, which should put us down here somewhere. If we could find these, here's R364. That's not what we want. We want R38. We could try and find some of these names, but we all know how good I am at that. We could also look for R40. Here's 44. So 38 or 40. 38 or 40. Here's 45. Here's 46, 44, 27. But now we're getting to the M's. So it's probably not going to be over by Cape Town. 44, 43, 320, 60, 318, 60 again. 43, but not seeing 38 or 40 anywhere, which means either one of two things: we're not in the right area, or we're blind. It could also be a lot smaller of a road, right? We might need to zoom in a lot more. Here's 330, 331. I feel like 38's got to be close by. 75, 400. I feel like 40 would break off of 400. Or am I just hoping at this point? Alright. 38 and 40. We're going a little bit further north just to check. Here's 34. Here's 57. 34 again. Here's 42. Usually looking outside of main areas. Here's 41 will help because then you can see a bunch of roads that connect at one spot. 29. We need 38 and 40. 38 and fucking 40. But it doesn't look like we're able to find anything that's going to be useful because I need to learn roads in South Africa. Pretoria. 55. The M roads are throwing me too because I'm looking at everything because I'm stupid. I think it has to be out here more. Uppington. 360. We did not find either of these two roads, and that's a fucking problem. And that's a fucking problem. Could it be Botswana? I don't think it is. We should have looked for some of those town names too, because I'm sure we saw them. Although if we didn't find the road numbers, we probably didn't find it. 75, we're fucked, man. How are we so unable to find road numbers? East London, I don't fucking care. How are we just never able to do it? It ends up being way up here. Here's E38. I don't even see 40 anywhere. So we found 38 after the round ended. And here's 40 over by Barberton. Which, actually from a distance, we would have been able to see. So if we would have looked for town names, we would have been fine. If we looked for fucking town names, we would have been fine. Because R38 is just not showing up. And it looks like it's just this road right here. And E40 is just right here. Fuck, man. What a fucking shame. Dirt road, back of a black car. I feel like we actually had this on the country streaks. And I'm pretty sure it was Uruguay. I'm almost positive it was Uruguay. But that could be, you know, by playing this game so much, we now are starting to find locations that we're familiar with. And familiar locations are always a good thing, don't get me wrong. But does that give us a bit of an advantage? And I feel like that's partly why some people do great in pro leagues. Is because they play this game, have thousands and thousands and thousands of game played. We have about 1,500. I'm not, you know, saying that, you know, thousands of games is a bad thing. But good memory, playing a lot of games, you can remember a lot of fucking locations. I don't think we make it out of here, though. I think we are in the middle of nowhere, and we're not really going to find any clues. We did find a sign. I don't think there was Portuguese on it, which would eliminate Brazil, which is really the only other option we have. Although, the Argentinian panhandle, right next to Uruguay, could be a play. Especially since the newer coverage does have the black car. I do think, though, it has to be Uruguay. So where is the middle of nowhere Uruguay? Probably in the middle of Uruguay. That's what I would think. Can we find a town name or sign or anything? Maybe. We might get lucky. We might not. We are heading north. If we would have gone south, there's a chance we would have found a body of water. Although, going north, the same thing can be said. If we do find a body of water, we got to be by the lake. That's the only source of water, really, in Argentina. If it's a small body of water, whatever, it's a pond, a river. But if it's like a big body, we could be like, okay, we're at this lake right now. Which, from this distance, doesn't look like we're near it. So we could probably be a little bit further east to make up for the going north and finding nothing. But what do we do at this point? I don't know we're going to find anything. We're literally the middle of bumblefuck nowhere. I don't think I've seen more than 2 houses this entire time. I've seen more trees than I have houses or other vehicles. Which feels like extremely rural. I wonder... I think that's the first structure we've seen, and it's not even a fucking house. Oh, that's a house, but that's for, like, horses, I'm going to say. Probably cattle, just a place for them to sleep. That's, like, the first fucking house we actually saw. Like, we might have seen a building in the distance, but, like, there's nothing fucking here. And we found a car! We found 2 cars. It's too late, though, so... It does end up being Uruguay. It just ends up being north of the giant fucking lake. And this is actually a major road. Didn't see that one coming. Over by Montevideo Chico. Little boy Montevideo. I can't translate very well. Yellow divided line. This is probably United States. Pond Reef, Ward Cove, Alaska. So Ward Cove, Alaska. I can assure you we're never going to find it. The fact that it's a fire station, we know we're in Alaska. Can we find a distance to any other city in Alaska? That says Clover Pass Resort, RV Park, and boat rentals, which means we gotta be near a coast. That's what that means. Does this green sign tell us anything? North Point, Higgins Road, and Knudsen Cove. I need to find something that says, hey, you're really close to Anchorage, or you're really close to any of these other places. Fuck. Alright, it looks like the water might be to the south. Does that give us anything? Not really. It looks like mile 14, so if we're going south and it goes up, we're going the wrong way. We did have a mountain to our north, so that's good to note. Although, it's Alaska, and I'm not too familiar with anything in Alaska. We just need to find another kilometer marker, well, mile marker at this point, and see if we are raising numbers or lowering in numbers. Another adopt a highway sign. That says 13. We are going down. This says Alaskan women in timber. Whatever the fuck that means. But we already know we're in Alaska. Water is to our west, although it does look like we also have land out there. So, we could be near Anchorage. We could be over here. Because then you can see over. Was it Anchor Point that we saw? Hold the fuck on. I think we went this way. Because if it's Anchor Point, we got really lucky. Clover Pass Resort, Knudsen Cove. Why am I thinking Anchor Point? Did we see something else when we were over here on the fire station? Ward Cove. I think we just look for Ward Cove at this point. I know it's the stupid thing to do, but there's so many coves, it might work out in our favor. I just don't know where to begin, right? Probably around Anchorage, because it feels like it's got some good stuff to it. There's so many fucking coves. We probably shouldn't have done this. But it's too late now. We're super committed. Oh, fuck. Hooper Bay. Nelson Island. Ward Cove. Just give me fucking Ward Cove. We go to Good News Bay. Whatever the fuck that is. I don't think we're down here. It could be over here more. Over here in these coves. Cube Cove. Prince of Wales Island. No, we're going to keep it where it is. And it does end up being down here. In Clover Pass, not the name of the town I thought it was going to be. Here's Ward Cove, which we did see. And tourists going with Ketchikan. So if we would have gone north, there's a chance we would have seen something. The Blind Squirrel Bed and Breakfast. You know what? I know I don't know too much. Well, here's Knudsen Cove. We would have never found that. I know we make fun of some people's towns' names, but Alaska's got some interesting ones. Some real interesting ones. Taurus is going to walk away with this one. There's no way we're taking it from him. Feels like low camera Japanese as far as I could tell. So that would obviously put us in Japan. But we are going to look for other things. It does look like we might be on the right-hand side, unless this is a one-way road. We are on the right-hand side, so we're in Taiwan, because this is not Korea. Although, I don't know. It's definitely not Korea. So, we have... That's the Hong Kong symbol. So we're in Hong Kong? Okay. I'll play along. I'll bite. Makes sense. Maybe. We are on the corner of... Let's get a little bit closer. Let's not get a little bit closer. We are on UE Road Section 3. On what appears to be guitar pick 1. Here's a guitar pick 1, but it's not the right color. And I wonder if that matters. It probably does. My concern is that Hong Kong uses a lot of English, so I feel like we're going to be more north. But still the wrong guitar pick color. And we're only going off of this because that says Taipei. Is it really going to be Taiwan? It would make sense, and then guitar pick 1 makes sense because they use the guitar picks. So we could be over here. But then, why do you have the flowers on your stuff? I don't get it. It doesn't make sense to me. I guess it is Taipei. We could look for Chongming, 10th Street, which might be easy to find. But we need to have guitar pick 1 nearby. But here's a type of guitar pick 1. And can we find Chongming, 10th Street? Probably not. Probably not. If we head south and don't come across a river in 15 seconds, then we're wrong. I know we stopped going south, but it's fine. It's fine. It's not fine. I don't see the river, which either means we're really far north or we're south. We're south in New Taipei City. Actually, we're probably further east. And it ends up being way further south in Tainan City. Oh god, man, we fucking suck. We just couldn't get anything right today. I mean, we got 4 or 5 countries. Sorry, Norway. Yellow divider lines, Norway. That's how I learned it. That's how I'm gonna keep guessing. It's gonna end up in misery a lot more than it should. Let's see who else fucked up today. Just me, really. Scribbles is kind of nearby, Cedric nearby, but Torres is coming in first place with quantum gravity really not too far behind. So good game. 59 in third at nearly 20,000. So nice buffer for Torres and quantum. Bo's in fourth at 18-1. Scribbles in fifth at 17.5. We're at 17.4, and Cedric Tiger at 17.2. So I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one who went with Norway because of yellow divider lines. Although Scribbles did get a very good guess here, but not quite getting our Uruguay guess, and instead going with the coast of Lithuania. Interesting guess. If Scribbles would have gotten this correct, Scribbles would have been in third. But that is going to be where we call it. We do have another video coming out in about an hour from when this is released. And that is going to be the Quarantine Madness and the Rural World. And then, because I fucked up last week on the Country Challenge, I'm going to do the Country Challenge today, but it's going to be posted when the challenge is over, which will be tomorrow. And then we have a Geoguessr Pro video that should be coming out tomorrow. And that is another country meetup. So I do look forward to seeing you guys all later today, if not tomorrow, for another episode. But until then, enjoy the rest of your day. And bye-bye.